If you're a PC gamer, I'm sure you're well aware of the situation with GPUs that's existed since about mid-2020. Some of you have broken down and paid the high price like me, or you've turned to alternatives like handhelds like the Nintendo Switch, or console gaming like the Xbox. Thing to note though is that Xboxes and PS5s and Nintendo Switches were also hit by the scalpocalypse, and finding them on store shelves is just not happening the way that it should either. You could probably find the Xbox Series S for $299 on store shelves fairly easily, but if you want the disc system that's got the better graphics in it and more power, the 4K 120, you want the Series X. Or maybe you don't. So I decided to go another way because the Xbox Series S doesn't support 4K. I wanted 4K, but I didn't necessarily need 60 or 120 FPS because I don't have a TV that supports that yet. So I figured, why not pick up the most powerful Xbox One system and freshen it up for some 2022 gaming by throwing in a 1TB SSD. Now, it's not a fancy SSD, but it should do the trick, and it'll work just fine for this project. So this Xbox One X I was able to pick up on eBay for $283 for the winning bid. After looking at prices on StockX and eBay for the Series X, I was moved not to pay that much money and still have a disc system and do 4K. So I figured this was a good price and gives me a nice reason to upgrade my original Xbox One VCR. So let's dig into it. So I have an Xbox Project Scorpio edition Xbox One X. And we'll pop it open and see. Oh, we still got the original inserts in here, so that's kind of cool. We have... Oh, looks like the Project Scorpio controller. It's used. Not surprising, but seems pretty good. And of course we've got our Xbox HDMI cable. Yes, we've got a power cord. Looks new. Might not be original, but that's fine. And what is this here? We have... Oh, it looks like a vertical stand. That's kind of neat. So let's get the Xbox One X out of here. Oh, that's looking pretty good. Got some scuffs. Looks like, I don't know if they tried to smooth it out on the corners. Hopefully everything works. I don't know why this is so beat up. Oh, what's that? Oh, this is not really aligned here. I don't know if you can see that. It's interesting. But yeah, there's a lot of corners that have been abused for some reason. Back looks like it kind of bows, so we'll take a look at all that. We got to take it apart anyway to do the upgrade, so we'll see what's going on. Alright, so to do the upgrade, I'm going to grab my trusty iFixit toolkit here, and we'll start by taking off the two screws in the back here. And we're using a T10 Torx here. No, I don't have a GN mod mat. That's on my bucket list of things to get. I'm just going to use this oversized mouse pad for now. To pull up the little flap there to get this screw out. And then we'll slide the cover forward. This should just come off. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's some busted plastic up in here. The catch in the back. So this has either been taken apart before, or it just got busted from being dropped, or whatever happened to this unit. So we have 12 screws to remove, it looks like. And we'll try to keep all the screws in their general area. We're going to switch to a T8 Torx. Yeah, that seems to be the right stuff. So we've got to lift up on this very tenderly. Oh yeah, it's easy. Oh, and then we have another little cable we've got a ribbon here. So we just want to nicely flip this up and then pull it back. There we go. Okay, then we should be able to pull this cover off. Might need a little cleaning in here. I'll probably do that. Take out these screws. This one seemed a little crooked. I'm going to set these ones aside because they are different. So we should be able to lift up disk drive here. Okay, so now we have our Xbox One X hard drive. It's a 1 terabyte Seagate mobile HDD. Gonna get a zoomed up close up here. Like power and the SATA connections here. So we just need to swap this over to the SSD and then go from there. In the meantime, I'm gonna get this all cleaned up and blown out with my air compressor. Cleaned everything out. Let's get this drive swapped. So looking at it, looks like we're going to stick with the T10 Torx. Still screwed in there with these 4 screws. So we got to get these out. Okay, there it is. The drive is out. Now I need to figure out what I need to do to that one before I put it in. Okay, so we want to put this back in. I realized I didn't need to actually take out these other screws, but it's done now, so whatever. Okay. It's done. It's back in. It's ready to go back into the Xbox One X. Okay. And then we'll put the DVD drive back in. And we're centered back on there. I think that should be it. We should be good to go. Okay, reassembly time. So, let's see. We've got everything bolted back together. Original drive is out. SSD is in. So let's put the top cover back on, and that goes on like so. That was the secret of the forest right there. Alright. Okay, Xbox One X is back together, and it feels a lot more solid now. Things were kind of rickety feeling before, so I don't know what was going on. I think somebody... either they took it apart, or, which I don't think they did because that Xbox sticker in the back looked still intact, but I'm thinking what happened is it just got dropped and banged around so much. So taking it apart, putting it back together, kind of reset all the plastic back into the spots it needed to be. I really hope this thing still works. So now we're going to get it fired up, so I'm going to get that set up, and then we'll cut back and test it out. Now we got everything set up, let's test and see if this system works. Oh, I gotta give it power first. That's a good sign. Hey, there we go. Something went wrong, restart this Xbox, troubleshoot. Okay, so right now we just need to get the OSU update file flashed to it, and then we should be good to go. So hold, power button. There we go. Let's go with the back port here just to make sure. Okay. Offline system update. Okay. We will wait for this to do its thing. Okay, and now the part we were waiting for, hitting OK. There we go. We are in. Dashboard, SSD. Now let's just confirm that we have all kinds of storage. 780.9 of 781. Wow, it takes a lot to install the OS on here. That's all good. I have another 500 gig SSD that I'm going to hook up over USB, so should be fine. The SSD upgrade is done, so yeah, it's not going to be fair if I don't show you some gameplay. So I'll get that going, and then we can enjoy that at the end. Oh yeah, that works pretty good. And it looks pretty good too. Alright, I think that's going to end the video for me. Works pretty good. So, that was, that's all I had for you today. If you liked it, hit like, subscribe. Yeah. That's all I have to say. Thanks for watching. God bless.